Okay, so um, you just review Barry Lyndon.
Okay, so last Saturday, that was one of the things we didn't talk about before, that we watched the movie, the Stanley Kubrick movie, Barry Lyndon. Because Jonathan and I don't watch movies that much, and Islwin recommended it, and we thought we would watch it and see what if it was about. So it's set in like the 1700s, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's a Irish. Barry Lyndon is an Irish like farmer peasant,
Yeah.
right? And then it's basically about his journey through life and the things that happened to him, and it's beautiful shots of all the different places where he goes.
Made me miss walking around in the British Isles. Like,
Yeah,
we did that once, a walk through Welsh marches, and
it's really pretty.
yeah, that's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
So
very beautiful.
it was really beautiful, and the acting was really good, and the directing was amazing. It was about over 3 hours long, and I was engaged the whole time, which I was surprised because I thought I might get bored. But there were a lot of like, I would say one of the main things that would happen a lot would be people just like looking at each other and intense stares at each other, and it would go on for like 5 minutes in the movie. So that was kind of interesting. But he used a lot of just, I guess, back then they would only have candlelight in the evenings and night and stuff. So I guess he was really faithful to that. So it was kind of cool because you realize how dark places were at night with just candles,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool. And the costumes and stuff were really neat, like just to see the dresses and the uniforms and.
Yes, and the sets. I mean, it was remarkably done.
Mm-hmm.
The story itself, like the character, Barry, or well, is it Barry Lyndon? Was he originally Barry?
I don't know.
can't
I was
remember.
confused.
Anyway, the character is not a very likable person.
Yeah.
And in fact, that's true. This is based on a novel by
Yes.
William Makepeace Thackeray, and I don't think it's like that's pretty typical. Like most of his movies are about people that you don't really.
Oh my gosh,
Like.
this is exactly what Minerva does. She's behind you, and she's got something she's not supposed to have, and she's showing it to us because she wants us to try and get it away from her with the treat.
Anyway, it's about like, I think Thackeray like depends on unlikable characters, but it's interesting nevertheless.
Yeah.
Like he actually started out fairly, like you kind of liked him at the beginning, and by
I
the
didn't
end
like
you
him.
didn't like him.
I didn't like him at the beginning or the end, really. He just seemed like kind of stupid, and he was like making these big stands, but it was just like really dumb. And then there were all these duels, which was kind of interesting. And then I don't know, I didn't really like him. There weren't that many characters I actually liked. I'm trying to think if there are any characters that were actually
His wife was kind of
she was,
sympathetic.
for a while, and then she got like all crazy and mean to her son.
What
right?
about the chaplain?
Chaplin was fine, I guess. I liked what was he called? The
The Chevalier.
Chevalier, who was like from
He was
Ireland,
from Ireland,
but
but he was pretending to be French.
So that character was good.
He was
funny. But I mean, the thing is it was interesting, but it was just very slow moving progression, sort of through his life and his experiences and what happened to him and how he, I guess dealt with challenges and stuff. So.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's really much else to say.
I liked it. I wasn't sure that I would, but I did. I did enjoy it. Yeah.
I wouldn't have, if I just saw it, I wouldn't have thought it was a Stanley Kubrick movie. Like if I saw it and I didn't realize it was written and directed by him, I wouldn't have guessed. But
something, oh,
I'm cooking something because I'm hungry. Okay, is there anything else you wanted to ask us about the movie?
Nervy's making all this noise.
Why don't you ask us the next question, or?
This was just a review of the
Okay.
movie, but you sure you don't have anything else to say?
Can't really think of any unless you have a specific question that you think would be good to answer.
I
What?
thought the costumes were good.
Yeah, that's what I already said that one.
Well, I think so too.
What other elements of the film would be? I mean, it was good the way they sort of climbed up to like the climax of the film, and then sort of resolved it at the end with his different lifestyle choices and sort of things that happened to him, and then something really bad happens, and how that kind of shakes out, I guess. I think it would be interesting for like if you were teaching like high school or college history of that time period for people to watch, because I think it was probably pretty accurate, you know, like
I think
you
he tried really hard.
You could learn a lot about just what life was like back then, probably.
Yeah.
So that would be interesting.
Yep.
Anything else?
Are we gonna watch Vanity Fair next?
Oh, no, don't
No.
say it.
Well, the first of all, the guy's original name was Redmond Barry.
Okay.
That's right.
So,
So
and
the main character's original name was Redmond Barry, but then he married a widow and changed his last name to her last name, which was Lyndon. So then they called him Barry Lyndon.
anyway, so as I've been thinking about this, and I thought the next movie you should watch is A Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, he told me that earlier today.
A Clockwork Orange. Are we gonna watch anything not by Stanley Kubrick?
Yeah, we have a lot of weeks. Stanley
Is-
Kubrick's only made
Is it
13
like 3 hours
movies.
long too?
No, it's only like
Only
I
2
think
hours and 54 minutes.
Yeah.
I think it might be like 2 hours or an hour and a half. I don't know.
It was around 2 hours, I think. But
Okay. I've never seen it, so. Can I check my food now?
Yeah, if you want it.